Well, hey there. Good Tuesday morning to you, fellas. How are you doing on this great Tuesday morning? Hopefully you're ready to settle on in, grab your breakfast, and let's have our sports and our sports betting talk as well. We'll, of course, make sure we go ahead and recap yesterday, and then we'll just be joined by Matt right off the top of the show here. We'll dive on into the 4 Champions League games this week, and also we got a little midweek Premier League game. Bournemouth is taking on Luton Town that we'll talk about as well. So let's just jump right on to it. With that being said, we get to go ahead and throw up that recap. Gave you guys 3 bets yesterday, 3 plus money bets yesterday, and 3 relatively no-sweat winners, going 3-0 and plus 1.09 units. Of course, we didn't put a full unit on all those plays. That's how we didn't make 3 plus units on there. Just put a third of a unit on each and every single play. But that was a fun one to watch and certainly be entertained. Electric goals throughout. You had stunners. Certainly the last goal that went ahead and obviously cashed the second half to have most goals in the first half was absolutely of a stunner right there. Under 9.5 corners. Boy, Chelsea got 0 corners. Newcastle gets 4 corners. You could have laddered the under. That would have been a cool one to go ahead and do. And how about Newcastle under 4.5 shots on target? They get 2 goals, but they stay under 4.5 shots on target as they only get 3 shots on goal in that entire match. And you saw it with that last goal there by Willock. That's what you get in soccer. Like, all these dudes are just trying to hit bangers, and they either hit bangers or it goes mile high and a mile wide of each and every crossbar and post in there. So it takes a lot for me to go ahead and take an over on a shots on targets. You just don't see overs on shots on targets that often. Most of this stuff stays under. Even in a 5-goal thriller, you get under 4.5 shots on targets. So just a great day yesterday, boys, going 3-0 and plus 1.90 units. Absolutely love to see that right there. And a good little day for arbitrage, as you can see right there. We picked up almost $6.50 in arbitrage, off to a nice little start right there. Already tweeted out a $3 play this morning, so we're getting it rolling there on the arbitrage funds. All right, let's head to that comment section. Want to know how Monday treated you guys? Did you guys add any additional plays to your card? Let me know down in the comment section what great plays you got. And then again, we'll be joined by Matt, where we'll talk about these 4 Champions League games. Big ones today. Big ones today. I've already, of course, tweeted out 1 play. We'll talk about it. Morning there, Johnny. Morning. I'm pumped up for it. I'm always pumped up for Champions League, man. It's just Champions League, we've talked about it. It just hits different. Yeah, you could have midweek Premier League games, but Champions League, the best of the best, it hits different, man. I look forward to it. Morning, Corey. Morning, my man. 3 plus money bets. Let's go. Talked about them on here. Yeah, I would say I brought leans to the show yesterday. Obviously, I didn't have any bets. I brought leans to the show. We talked about it. Some of those leans get turned into official bets, and we nail them. Let's go. Let's go. Early on in the week. Oh, let's see if we can keep it going, Tyler. See if we can that still brings up pain for what happened last week. I don't, I want to forget it, but man, it's so painful. It's hard to forget. That's all right. Let us know how it goes. We're here waiting for the results. We're going to start off the season 1-0. Morning, Brian. Oh, Hardee's Biscuit. That was my first ever job. I walked into Hardee's when I was 15 years old. I've been going to the same Hardee's forever. It was right around the corner from our house. It was actually right by the bowling alley where I was I was in the league or whatever. So anyways, my mom takes me to Hardee's on my 15th birthday, and the manager catches wind that it's my birthday, and back in those times, a 15-year-old could work. Dude hired me on the spot. I worked at Hardee's from the time I was 15 to like 19. He actually, I remember, took me home one day. It was raining. Instead of riding my bike, he put it in his back of his truck and he drove me home. Stood in my living room, tried to convince my parents not to send me to college. Instead, he thought I was like had managerial in me, and he was going to put me on the managerial track. Tried to talk to my parents into not sending me to college. My mom looked him dead in the fucking face and told him to get out of our house. Said this boy's going to college, but yeah, you got a good one on your hands. Hardee's, man, they got the best biscuits, man. God, Hardee's biscuits are unmatched. Absolutely unmatched. Love to see it, Brian. Are you thinking Maxey will go over on his points? Well, I got no opinion on basketball unless it's Thursday, right, Brian? Where we can hit another banger just like last Thursday. Just like last Thursday. Let's go ahead, and Matt's going to be dialing in here within a minute or so. All right, what'd you fade there, Mike? You faded the DraftKings gift. So I saw a goal score. 5 hours later, I logged in and saw the bet slip. Call back. Oh, there you go. A little VAR-ish and hockey helping you out, Mike. There you go, right there. I, of course, arbitraged it, so I won. But nice hit, man. Faded the DraftKings gift promo. Love to see it. My man. Dude, I was a phenomenal bowler, man. I was a really good one. I was a good one. Your first job was Long John Silver's. Check that out. Another fast food place. I've done my time at fast food. I've done Hardee's and Bullets and Sonic. Hardee's, Bullet, Sonic. Maybe that was it. Maybe those are the only three fast food joints I did: Hardee's, Bullets, and Sonic. Yeah, maybe that was it. Got just quit Hardee's, just straight up quit. Got fired from Sonic. They put me on. I was in college when I had that job, and they put me on St. Patrick's Day in Columbia. They do a massive party, like they shut down the streets, 7 bands, spread around throughout the town. It's like a massive party. I was like, I'm not working, and they scheduled me to work, and I said, well, that's a mistake. So I showed up smashed. I was drunker than shit. They sent my ass right on home. Oh, Bojangles. Oh yes. Bojangles. Damn it, guys, getting me hungry up here. You gotta love a good Bojangles. Matt's already. I'm going in the crib. He's gonna be in the crib. In the crib. We talking first job. You worked at Domino's Pizza, legal at age 12. Jesus Christ, what were you doing there at 12, dog? Woo! I thought 15 was early for me. You're 12. That is some illegal shit going on right there, and I don't care what country that is. That's illegal. Holy hell. Holy hell. We all started in fast food. That's right. Good stuff, fellas. All right, let's get Matt. Let's rattle his cage. Let's do it. Let's do it. Champions League. Champions League action. We all started. Carlos, I did landscaping too, Carlos, to be fair. I was mowing, here's Matt dialing right now. I was mowing 19 lawns a week at my peak. We can talk about that a little bit later on. I actually sold the business when I went to college. It was a real business. A real business. All right, Matt, where am I at? There he is. Oh, let me get my recap off the screen so we can see you. What's up, Matt?
What is up? Yes, I am not in the car.
You show up one time in a car, these guys want to roast you every time that you're going to appear in the car. That's all right. I'm taking the plus money on the under every time and cashing. So stay in the house.
I love it. Yeah, you had a nice minus 150 play there on me being in the home. So, yeah, no, we got some UCL today. We got just a bunch of stuff to talk about. I feel like yesterday I was really hot on a couple college basketball games. I mean, it's been good. So
good, heating up just for March Madness. You love to see it. Yep. Love to see it heating up at the right time of the year. Yeah, as you said, we do got 4 Champions League games. We've also got a midweek Premier League game on Wednesday. Bournemouth-Luton we can go ahead and touch on. But you're on fire on Luton. Both teams scored plus 2.5. Cash for you at the death against Crystal Palace, Matt. But you hit a good plus money banger at the death. So we'll see if you've got anything cooked up for Luton Town. But first, it's always Champions League. And we got the 2 games involved today. We've got Napoli taking on Barcelona. And then we've got Arsenal taking on Porto. So you kick it off with either of those games you want to talk about.
Yeah, not a whole lot in the Arsenal match. I mean, it's just kind of that's a tough one, I think. I mean, just the Asian line is spot on. Like, you could twist maybe to like halftime, full time, or Arsenal win to 0. I do think it'll be tough for Porto to score. Maybe you look at Arsenal and under 3.5. Like those are kind of the angles, but I just haven't been able to figure out which one I would like the most. And I think that Porto could also be kind of pesky in it as well. So just left that one. But there is one play. It's looking at a particular player in Barcelona and Napoli. And we're looking at Gundogan. Gundogan's going to have a nice little game today, I think. I think he's going to get a start. If you look at like some of his most recent performances, like how many shots he's getting up and things of that nature, over half a shot I got yesterday. It was at Bet365. It was at plus 175 for over a half shot on target. Everywhere else, it was plus, and it has been. It's the correct price was like plus 110, plus 120 on that. But for whatever reason, they were hanging a little bit wrong of a number. And but I still like it at that current price. And then over 1.5 shots on target at plus 700 looks pretty good. And then I have plus 480 on FanDuel to record an assist.
Wow. So Goodwin just to have a shot is plus 120 on DraftKings. Good to just to have a shot, and he's been pulling up shots. You know, he didn't convert that daggone penalty on Friday, which really rubs me the wrong
Yeah.
way. Missed the team total. Did that hit the target? I don't even know if it did. It annoys me so much.
I mean, yeah, that's for being on target, correct?
Yeah, plus 120. You're talking
Yeah.
about just a shot, doesn't matter where the hell it happens?
No, I'm talking about on target.
On target.
It's got to be.
Okay. Plus 120, and you got it
So
locked into what?
I got 175 on. So I mean, that was, I don't know why that number was shown yesterday. Um, I was gonna text you about it, but then you don't have Bet365 in Illinois yet.
Yeah.
So, um, which I don't understand why it took year. This is the best book, and it just took us years to be able to get it. And I'm sure you'll be able to have it in like probably less than a year, I would imagine.
I mean, you can still get it at plus 120 on DraftKings. When you said player prop, I actually thought you were going to go with Lewandowski minus 125 to score or an assist. Obviously, Goodwin misses the penalty on Friday. Well, that's because Lewandowski didn't play. I'm expecting Lewandowski to be back on pins with him back in the starting lineup. For him to score an assist is minus 125 in the game. Barcelona taking on Napoli today. Remember, they dominated that first leg. I remember taking a stab at the first half over when it hit plus money. I, of course, did not hit the bet as it was 0-0 at halftime, but Barcelona was far and away the better side throughout the entire game and definitely dominated them in that first half. So to get Lewandowski, I think at minus 125 to score or an assist, I was kind of liking that. I do kind of like this Goodwin play. You're saying he's in,
Six straight Napoli, both teams to score yeses have come in, but a
yep, this is,
lot of them low scoring ones. You know what I mean? So you're not getting that BTTS and over 2.5. That's been a loser in like two of those six. But the both teams to score yes has been a winner in this last six, and yeah, four of those haven't gone over 2.5. You know, you could look just like in the first leg. I mean, two informed strikers, Lewandowski, Osman. You know, two teamer to both score. That's interesting. I just have kind of an angle that I kind of heard about a little bit on this Gundogan stuff, and I wanted to at least pass it on to the show.
yeah, I'm not too high on maybe the both teams have scored. I know that's hit in their last six matches. Four of those last six have been 1-1 draws. So as you alluded to, you're just missing out on that over 2.5. But that return leg, I watched it in Napoli. I mean, they only had one shot on target. I mean, how much better are they going to be on the road? Not at Camp Nou. They're playing in a different location, but basically we'll call it Camp Nou for the sake of the conversation. They were awful in that first leg at home, and you figure even from a player's mentality, like we're not going to be better when we go on the road, so we better do the job in leg one when we're at home. They didn't do the job in leg one. They were vastly outplayed.
There is a lot of key absentees, man, in this game. I mean, you look at, I don't cover, or watch a ton of La Liga, but I know that Pedri was pretty recently injured. Looks like no Ferran Torres, no De Jong, no Gavi, which has been probably a while. Marcus Alonso, Baldi. And then on the flip side, I wish that Napoli had a chance to really take advantage of that. And with what their best midfielder likely is Zielinski. He's inactive. I mean, this game is going to be won or lost in the midfield. We're picking on a player who's going to play pretty high up the pitch in the middle of the midfield. He should play the full 90 as Gundogan.
Yeah, I mean, he'll play perfectly in that number 8 role. Wow.
Paul, I'm not a fan really of either. Like, I don't trust it in either game, really.
Yeah. Paul just made that comment. I actually, and I know you kind of jumped over the Arsenal Porto game. I like Porto to not score. I think Arsenal will be able to keep the clean sheet. I mean, they got their goal at the death. Arsenal's going to be significantly better here at home. They're on one hell of a roll, probably the most informed team, maybe in all of Europe, maybe outside of Leverkusen. But I mean, they're absolutely just clicking. I don't know if I can quite get there, Paul. Definitely not in Arsenal Porto, and
Agree.
I don't know if I can get there, and I don't know if I can quite get there in Napoli and Barcelona either. To be quite honest, I'm not sure.
So what? Arsenal win to nil is like plus 110.
Arsenal win to nil. I'd have to look it up. Let me see.
Yeah, it's got to be. I'm just looking at team total. Porto is basically minus 110 on the under. Factor in a minus 400. Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, for sure. Bet365 is. You just got to be careful. Like you don't want to. It's like one of those books, like Jason. Like I feel like, it was almost like a lot better than what it in terms of like it almost reminds me a little bit of a points bet in a sense, but it's
Mm.
it's it's way better than that. But it's just like you don't want to hit some off market prices hard, or they're going to limit your ass in a second type of book. You know what I mean? Like
That is points bet.
that
Saw
is
that
point
happen in the World Cup. That is points bet to a T.
Yeah, so you don't, that was really fun to be limited on that because at least we cashed it and said fuck
Right.
off. But but yeah, yeah, points bet is no more though. It's Fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
I like I was downloading it a couple days ago. I kind of like their interface.
To me, it's the same app. I'll still use PointsBet just to like price shop, but I didn't haven't gotten the new skin. Matt, this is how I'm rolling in Arsenal versus Porto. I'm taking Porto to have over 11.5 fouls. They got 14 in that first leg. At least until there's multiple goals by Arsenal, this is the game plan for Porto. Just keep it cagey, break up the rhythm of Arsenal. Don't let them get in their flow. If Arsenal starts flowing around, remember in the first leg, for whatever reason, they weren't aggressive and they weren't direct. They're going to obviously come out and establish that here at home. So look for Porto to break up that momentum and that rhythm with fouls. I like them over 11.5 fouls, minus 125. It's minus
I
150
like.
over on Bet Rivers. You can also get over 12.5 over on Bet Rivers. Again, 14 in the first leg. You look at Arsenal's opponents, they're always right around this number. And as long as Porto can keep this one low scoring, this one will have obviously that much greater of a chance. If they have to get into a game, then okay. But I think they'll keep this one low scoring. They're going to foul Arsenal. They're going to know they're great in those tactical fouls. They're going to frustrate Arsenal. They're not going to make it easy on them here. They're going to frustrate them, and the best way to do it is just clip at those ankles, draw fouls, and break up the momentum of the game. So I'll take over 11.5 fouls for Porto. Give me over 11.5 fouls for Porto. I didn't have a bet in Barcelona and Napoli yet. I didn't have a bet. So I kind of like this good one. I got to go back and look because I can get it at plus 120 still.
I think that's fair.
What's an
I
easy
truly
way
think.
to research player props like that? How are you like? What's his hit rate? I mean, at plus 175,
Uh,
it's not like he's hitting every game, or we wouldn't be getting plus 175.
I know. I would need to go back through the game logs. Um, let's see.
I want to look up this. I really do like Lewandowski score and assist minus 125. Pull up some stats here.
Yeah, I think that Lou has a. I think that's fair. Yeah, minus 125 for Lou to have both markets covered is
Right.
pretty nice. I
Uh,
think that he'll probably score, but yeah, who knows? Let me see here.
I'm just looking up the referee for this match.
Okay.
See if he does
Yeah,
any.
no. Where was the minus 125, Jason, that you were just talking about
It's in my
on the
bet slip
fouls?
in DraftKings. Just waiting to make it an official bet if I do, but it's in DraftKings.
Okay.
Makkelie. How many the hell is this guy? Oh, here he is. He's .29. He's at 17 appearances. He's a Dutch referee. He averages only 2.8 cards per game. So, wow, definitely not card heavy. But then you can compare his league stats to his Champions League stats. This will be his fifth game. In Champions League, he's a little bit more card heavy at 3.75 per game. Hasn't given out a red in his 4 Champions League games this year. But he definitely is a little bit more of the whistle here when he gets into Champions League as opposed to the Dutch league.
So here's one thing: is Gundogan leads Barcelona in assists. So,
Mhm.
I played the plus 480 on assists. I thought that so when you look down the assist tab on FanDuel, you can find there'd be 14 players or somewhere in the 10 to 14 range of players ahead of Gundogan
Oh, wow.
for an assist. Well, why is that when he leads the team in assists? Can you explain that one to me? Because
I don't know.
that one. So
No, I
I
cannot.
saw it was at plus 425 at some places. FanDuel had the best price there at 480. So I rocked with it. And these are, these aren't like full units. These I don't like, going like this is more for action purposes and having some fun with it. These are all half unit plays. Um and because it also, when you think about it, like I'm not going to overextend myself with 3 units on one player. It's just going to be half on 3 different types of angles. And if he has a good game, then I'm going to have a really good day,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. Um, you know, um, I don't know. In let's say 2 of the last 4 matches, he's cashed 2 shots on goal. Um, that's pretty good for a 7-1 clip. Um, he normally is good for a shot, shot on target. So I don't know. I mean, it's a big game. We notice there's a lot of injuries for this Barcelona side. So yeah, let's hope that one can kind of come in. Anything else, really, Jason, that you're looking at today? I've been kind of scanning the other. Because I don't really have a big opinion on Arsenal Porto. But anything in college basketball? Have you been betting any college basketball?
Nope, not a one. Not a one.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about college basketball, and yeah, it's out of my wheelhouse.
yeah.
Out of my wheelhouse completely. Looks this good to want to play. So, Den hit against Bill Bow. Looks like he didn't do a damn thing in that game. Den
Bill
hit
Bowles, yeah.
also Den hit against Getafe. I mean, the reason why it's okay. So did hit in a return leg. He got 2 against Napoli. I mean, they had. Oh, and he didn't play against Celta Vigo for whatever reason. Okay, so it's hitting 2 of his last 4. The odds are okay. What they had all the ball right in Napoli. They had it all. 55. That'll go up to about 60. All right, what do you? I'm going to keep combing this over. What do you got then for tomorrow's games? Where we've got Atletico and Inter. Obviously, that one where Inter was able to squeak out the 1-0 goal late. Coming back to Atletico Madrid, where they're awfully tough, but quite frankly, Inter's awfully tough. What do you got lined up
Mhm.
for Wednesday's Champions League action?
It's hard not to be on the under in the game. Under 2.5 goals at minus 125 in Atletico Inter. It's just like if you look at, Atleti recent, like Atleti were kind of hot in the middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They've really cooled off a little bit in front of net. Inter has a good defense. Atleti has a good defense. Like it's just kind of look at the first leg. Like what Atleti had maybe 1 shot in the game. It was a nil-niller, and Arnautovic out of nowhere kind of just pops up and buries one. I just think it's more like of the same in that, and
Yep.
so I like the under in that game a little bit.
Yeah, I like the under. It's shaded just like it was last week. I remember last leg it was minus 120 for the under, and I was like, well, I could probably do that. And the under cashed, obviously relatively easy. To me, it's the exact same analysis. That one's going to go under. Maybe somebody squeaks it out, but that one to go under 2.5.
Yeah, and then on the other one, it's tough. Like I think it's hard. Like I don't know how much. Like I like the under more than anything in this game. It's at the Signal Iduna Park. Like these two teams are really even, PSV and Dortmund, and it's hard not to side with the home team under that crowd. Like I mean, it's hard to go there and play. Like this is a nice spot for them.
Yeah, I like
I
Dortmund in this.
lean,
I like Dortmund in this matchup.
yeah, I lean Dortmund. Um, yeah, I mean, even like in the two advanced markets and stuff like that, minus 165, that feels pretty fair. You're getting a German club against a Dutch side. I think that the league is obviously stronger in Germany. Um, I think that there's a couple reasons to like the German side.
Hey, PSV was strong pretty much on the road when they were in the group stage, except for obviously their one trip to the Emirates. They didn't do a damn thing, losing 4-0. But otherwise, they were pretty good. What about a
Oh, yeah.
Dortmund money line with both teams to score? You think this is an over 2.5 and a both teams to score?
I think it might be. It's I mean PSV you always kind of get that like up tempo like same with Dortmund generally. But yeah, this is one what was it? It was a 1-1.
Mm-hmm. 1-1 exactly. I remember being on
Um
both teams to score and over 2.5, and it just didn't get there. Just didn't quite
it
get there.
just sucks. This is where like I would tell you 5 years ago with the away goal rule I'd say
Yeah,
this is a BTS and over
yeah, with the away
because
goal.
Dortmund are in the lead then like it's there's just no lead. And so like when these two teams are sitting there and it's all tied up, there's just not as much of like an attacking intent to
Mm-hmm.
go forward. You're almost more like closed off, like you want to keep the back door closed. And so it just changes. It changes the ties for sure. For sure it does.
Matt, what do you think then if you're just trying to cook up maybe who's going to qualify? What are the four matches in terms of who's going to qualify? We obviously both like Arsenal. Do we both like Barcelona?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Arsenal, Barcelona, ooh, Dortmund.
Dortmund, yeah.
That last one is tough because I
That's what is tough.
I think that Atleti like getting plus a quarter of a head start in that is interesting, but I mean Inter are just cooking right now, so I don't know. I don't know what to say in that game. I really that game all I trust is an unders, and I
I
don't
like
trust
an under.
anything. I don't trust
Unders.
either side. Really.
Unders,
Yeah,
unders. That's funny. I'm on the same way. You could do Dortmund to qualify in under 4.5. You can get that damn near. Hold on. That's at FanDuel. Or, I mean, that was at DraftKings at minus 130. You could probably get a better price somewhere else. Hold on.
you're saying Dortmund to qualify in the match to go under 4.5 goals.
No, take that under 4.5 and enter in Atleti. Give me
Oh,
that juice
oh,
down.
yeah,
It's not going to
yeah.
be
I
five
like that.
goals. Not going to be 5 goals in that game. There's zero
No,
chance.
no, 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 no. I like that.
But look it up. To qualify, perfect. You can make this bet. All right, this will be a much better price on this platform. Yep, even though already the minus four under 4.5 is a lot better. It's minus 1,000 as opposed to minus. Oh, but they got Dortmund a lot heavier to qualify at minus 190. Mm. Well, price shop it up.
Yeah, I know the minus 165 on Dortmund to qualify looks pretty fair,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
agree.
just I truly, Jason, like I just don't know these sides well enough. Like I think that it's
Minus 122. Minus 122. I'm hitting it. Put this up
okay.
on the screen. I'm hitting it. All right. What do you got for Bournemouth Luton? Have you looked at that one? Big
Um,
game. Big game.
yeah. How disappointing though from Bournemouth
Oh, against
the
Sheffield?
week.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
wasn't
was
it?
that was disappointing. Um,
Make Sheffield look good. You know you had an off day. What do you think about Barcelona qualify in the 90 minutes? I don't even know if you can bet that. That's just called the money line. I think if you qualify, you get all the extra time. I think
I
Barcelona
mean,
gets it done in. I mean, both of them will get it done. I think Barcelona wins at 90 and Arsenal wins at 90. I mean
yeah.
Arsenal
Oh,
win to nil, clean
oh,
sheet it.
yeah.
All right, I'm
Got to see
tossing
some
some things
lineups.
up on the screen.
There's so many absentees.
All right.
Um, but yeah, and I would go back to the same bet in the Prem.
Well, you can't get those odds. Not up against Bournemouth. You're not going to get those good odds.
You're gonna get pretty good odds in this game, on a plus on because the handicap. We'll pull it up right now. You're gonna get very similar odds. The plus 1.5 handicap is gonna be pretty nice.
Oh, I thought you took 3 on or 2 point. I thought you took. Maybe I'm missing it.
No, it's always been 1.5. So to
Okay.
not get beat by a margin.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You know what? I'm going to make some bets here. I went a little crazy yesterday. I don't know if you saw. I had 3 bets. I put a little third unit on it. Went a little crazy. I'm gonna do it again today.
there it is. It's the exact same price as last week. Plus 113. Bournemouth, Luton, both teams to score, yes, and Luton plus 1.5 goals.
What
I
book?
think that you can find some where you could get a two. Here, let's see if I can. Let's see what the price is on a 2.5. Yeah, I mean you can get minus 136 on it.
What's that price? Or what's that book? I mean, sorry.
That's FanDuel.
FanDuel. Got it.
I think that there's some books that allow you to be able to get the Asian line in there. Let me try. Let me try 365 here and see what that is.
All right, I'm coming along on your good to one play, Matt. Riding along.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Looks
All right.
like they don't allow
I'll
it.
look up some stuff here for what you call it. All right, what you got here, Paul? Enter money lines plus 150. You're gonna hammer it. Atletic's not the same team. They got a great home record. I remember. I mean, that was back in January, February, but I was just nailing them at home, and they were treating me really good. I hear you. Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Putting mine up here.
I think I can be talked in with a nice lineup or whatever to an Arsenal win to nil, but
Oh, you know you're getting the A lineup. Just make it now, Matt. There are no surprises here. Ed Ted has already said like this is it, man. I mean, they want the Prem too, but don't kid yourself. This is.
I mean, do you just trust Arsenal? Like how much? I trust them pretty damn good. This is a
Mhm.
way better Arsenal than we've ever seen. This isn't like your normal like choky like
Yeah.
Arsenal, like the team that's just gonna.
Last year was their year of like we're in the title race and we couldn't handle the pressure, and obviously City caught them. Now they're mentally stronger. They went through that last year. You know, they could.
Yeah.
Players always talk about having that experience. They earned that experience last year, and they'll be well suited in this place. If you're wondering where I got these books, the first one is DraftKings. Actually, DraftKings, Bet Rivers. Top 3 are on DraftKings. Bottom one's on Bet Rivers. I'm going to go ahead and roll with that, man. That's my Champions League card. Let me look at this Bournemouth Luton. Maybe I want to come along on this. Both teams a score, and you're getting Luton plus a goal and a half again.
Yeah, that I mean that's yeah. You can go that's plus 113 on the. It was literally I think if we look back at I think it was plus 113 in the last game.
Somehow this is the
Exactly.
first time they've hooked up this year. There's been no reverse fixture yet. That's a little weird. This late in the year to not have a reverse fixture yet. Interesting. And obviously, we know the bet has cashed in everybody but Liverpool recently when Liverpool stomped them in the second half. I want to look and see how does Sheffield do playing every 3 days. Something tells me they don't have a deep squad. They're not used to this. They're used to playing once a week. They've got this random midweek game for whatever reason. I gotta look and see what happens when they play every 3 days because they don't have a deep squad. They don't do this stuff. Let me look. And they've got Palace, Sheffield. They both played on Saturday. Same there. What'd you get on just a Barcelona and Arsenal to advance plus 120? Yeah, I like that, Lee. I'm in on it. Wow, that's crazy because Adrian's just set up here at minus 109. Adrian, you got a price shot, man. You got this comment saying minus 109. Lee's coming in some minutes later saying it's plus 120.
Well,
What?
Lee, where is it? Where is that at? You know?
Well, not at DraftKings. That's the only book I've just kind of using here for the show. It definitely ain't DraftKings. DraftKings actually had the minus 109. I'll just check our FanDuel right quick. FanDuel's minus 124. What's this plus 120 you got, Lee? You got a little gem over there, plus 120. Got a little gem. And then Bournemouth, Luton. What's just a classic? Both teams to score over 2.5. Minus 130. Minus 130. Man. Oh, hold on. Luton's striker, Adebayo, he's questionable with a thigh injury. I don't know if I can bet that pre-match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that line's not going anywhere, really.
Yeah, nobody's betting this crap.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our leading goal scorer on the year. I just looked it up just to refresh my brain because I thought he was. Yeah, he's leading. He's got the most goals on the year at 9, and he's questionable. There's no way I'm betting that without his ass. No way.
I agree.
Team, I just said they don't have much depth, and now we don't have our number 9. Okay, I can wait a day or two and get more information. Bet online. There you go. Plus 120. Love it. Thank you, Lee. Plus 120. Bet online. Arsenal, Barcelona to advance. Lee, I'm going to go ahead and roll with these 4 plays. Of course, 3 of them are in action today. Give me the one in the Porto match over 11.5 fouls, and then I'll follow Matt on the player props. Lewandowski scored or assist. I guess that was the one I brought to the show. Matt brought Gundogan just to give me a shot on target. Just to give me a shot on target. Plus 120. I like it. And the solid number 8 roll. All right, Matt, we'll come back on Thursday. We've got FA Cup. We're going to do half FA Cup and half Premier League this weekend on Thursday's show. So that's what we got to look forward to. And it's going to be my season if we knock Liverpool out of the FA Cup. You know that. So I am pumped for this breakdown now. It is Man United season made if we can knock Liverpool out of the FA Cup. I'm here for it.
I'll be sure to wear my Liverpool jersey for this one.
All right, fellas, thanks for hanging out with us. Matt, thanks for joining us. We'll catch up with everybody again tomorrow, and good luck with your bets today.
Good luck, boys.